Hey, what is going on, Poké fans? Welcome back to the Path to the Peak channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at the very special deck. It is a Fusion Strike Mew VMAX. So this is probably one of the I should say probably one of the best decks that can be played currently in the format. Of course, every deck has some advantage and disadvantages. I took this deck list from the Limitless tournament, late 9, $17, $200. Sealed Tatsuki played with this deck list. I was very impressed how the deck list was well built. I played a little bit with the Mew VMAX. I kind of like it. It's good. It's still not broken as it might be in the future, because with that Cross Fusion Strike, you can choose one of your bench Fusion Strike Pokemon attacks and use it as this attack. I personally think that in expanded format, Mew VMAX is probably going to be broken because there is double Core's energy. You can just attach double Core's energy and hit for like 210 easily. Theoretically speaking, in expanded format, this card is probably going to be broken because we have Wally. Wally, it's not banned anymore. Wally can evolve. You can actually use Wally to evolve V into VMAX. I mean, you cannot use it on the Wally cannot be used. So search a deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, excluding Pokemon EX. So you can theoretically use Wally turn 1 to evolve into Mew VMAX, and then you control double Core's energy and hit for like 210 turn 1, which is mind-blowing thing. But when you consider that you also have Power Tablet, you can increase the damage by a lot more. But let's be honest, 210 turn 1 is more than enough for the knockout against every single Pokemon V, Pokemon GX, or Pokemon EX, except for the tag teams, which is just mind-blowing thing. I don't even want to dig into expanded format because it's going to be broken. They will definitely need to do some tweaks as well. And the most important thing is that Cross Fusion Strike is the attack, so you're actually paying the attack cost instead of the Mew and Mewtwo tag team, who had the ability to copy attacks. So Cross Fusion Strike, you can choose at this moment only Genesect attack. I mean, you can choose from various different Fusion Strike Pokemon attacks. Obviously Latias, maybe even that Meloetta. But what we're gonna focus mostly is gonna be that Technoblast, where we are gonna hit for like 210, and basically next turn we won't be able to attack. But theoretically speaking, we could also just use Max Miracle, which isn't affected by any effects of opponent's active Pokemon, basically meaning that we can go through the CGI, for example. So the CGI is pretty much, that card is this time. It's probably not going to be playable anymore in the standard format, in my opinion, as long as there's a Max Miracle. But there's a big downside when we talk about Mew VMAX, and that's the weakness of the Darkness type Pokemons. So Gengar VMAX, Umbreon VMAX, Eternatus VMAX, they're going to be all good. They're going to be all good. They're all going to counter Mew VMAX, so depend on the matchups. You're going to have much better matches against those decks. Directly speaking, Genesect 190 HP, 3 energy cost for 210, in my opinion, not that good, especially compared against Darkness decks. So you're going to definitely have a hard time winning against Darkness decks, but theoretically speaking, you can win against them. There's no question about that. But overall, the whole strategy of the deck is just to set as many Genesect V as you can, so you can use that Fusion Strike system and draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So theoretically speaking, you have 6 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. Each turn you can draw cards until you have 6. And you can use up to 4 Fusion Strike system abilities per turn, which is mind-blowing thing. Also, Meloetta can use that Meloetta's Echo attack, so you can hit for 70 for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemons in play. So theoretically speaking, that can be 280 total. And for 3 line of the Mew V and Mew VMAX. This deck have plenty of new, fresh released cards from the Fusion Strike. First, we're going to start with the Battle VIP Pass. You can only use this card at your turn 1, search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemons, put them on your bench. Then 4 copies of Cram-o-matic cards. Personally, I think and I feel that each deck that can put 4 Cram-o-matic cards in it, if it have enough space, and if it play Battle VIP Pass, should play also Cram-o-matic card. I know that Cram-o-matic as well as Battle VIP, if you don't get it turn 1, can basically be 8 useless cards in your hand. But let's be honest, if you play Battle VIP Pass and if you have it in your turn 1 and you only use one of them and you have 2 remaining and you don't have another way to discard them, Cram-o-matic can definitely help you out because in order to pay the Cram-o-matic cost, you need to discard another item card from your hand. So theoretically speaking, Battle VIP can be just perfect card for that. And then you can flip a coin, which is 50-50 chance. If you hit heads, you can put a card from your deck in your hand, which is pretty good. I mean, you can search the deck for any card you want. Just, you know, computer search with the coin flip. So literally, in this type of the deck, it's very broken in my opinion. Fog Crystal times 4, search your deck for either way Psychic, basic energy or basic Psychic Pokemon. For Great Ball, 4 copies of Power Tablet Fusion Strike card that says during this turn your Fusion Strike Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's pretty much the electro power for Fusion Strike Pokemons. 4 copies of Quick Ball as well as the 4 copies of Rotom Phone. Rotom Phone, very good card because you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose one of them, shuffle the other cards at the bottom of your deck, back in your deck, and then put the card that you picked on the top of your deck so you can just take it with the Fusion Strike system. 3 copies of Switch and then 4 copies of Stadium cards. Starting with Crystal Cave, starting with the Old Cemetery, starting with Rose Tower, and starting with the Training Court. So you have 4 different Stadium cards. Obviously you need to have 4 Stadium cards, in my opinion, because some decks will play 2, 3, maybe 4 Stadium cards. So you really want to win Stadium War, you really want to have Stadium, which can actually help you in some specific matchups, but you also really need to have Stadium card in order to counter those Path to the Peaks, because Genesect is the only engine for the drop support in this build. Speaking about supporter cards, we only have 4 copies of Boss's Orders and 2 copies of Elesa Sparkle, and that's pretty much it. So only those 2 supporter cards, and then again, Elesa Sparkles is a new Fusion Strike supporter card which says that you can choose up to 2 of your Fusion Strike Pokemons. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a Fusion Strike energy and attach it to that Pokemon and shuffle your deck. Additionally, we have 1 copy of Vitality Band as well as 4 copies of Fusion Strike energies. In case if you're not familiar with Fusion Strike energy, because it's a new card as well, as long as this card is attached to Pokemon, it provides every type of energy but provides only 1 energy at a time. You can prevent all effects of your opponent Pokemon abilities done to the Pokemon that this card is attached to, which basically means that we don't need to worry too much about Inteleon. And also, it can only be attached to the Fusion Strike Pokemon. And we also have 2 regular basic Psychic energy cards. So this is the deck list I'm going to use in today's video. If you're looking forward maybe to build your Fusion Strike deck, you should definitely check the CCG Castle. They have plenty of good cards and probably bottom product prices. So just in case if you're looking forward for the good side to order cards, you should definitely check them out. Link is provided as always in the video description. Alright, enough talking, let's move on to the game test so you can actually see how this deck works in action, so see you in the game. So definitely, probably the best, many people would like to say the best deck in the format, Mew VMAX. At least from what we can see on TCGO, many players actually play Mew VMAX, and they have a lot of success with it. So looks like I'm gonna play also against my opponent Mew VMAX deck. So Skater's Park, whenever either player's active Pokemon retreats, put any basic energy that would be discarded into their hand instead of the discard pile. Very good card. In my opinion, it's a very good stadium. On the other side, my opponent have Latias with the red assist. During your opponent's next turn, you can prevent all damage from VMAX Pokemons. You can also attach Psychic Energy from your hand to your Latios. There's also Genesect with the Fusion Strike system. So what we're gonna do here, we'll first use that Battle VIP Pass, and then we should go for Mew V and Genesect. The interesting thing about Mew V is the fact that it doesn't have weakness on the Psychic. But still, you can hit for like 210 and one-hit knockout opponent Mew easily. Additionally, what are we gonna do here? We can retreat for free if we want. We can draw some cards with the Genesect. We're gonna go with some sort of Fog Crystal for now, so I can grab myself that Psychic Energy where I can... yeah, I'm gonna put it to the active one. It really doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna also get rid of the Training Court. We'll also use another Battle VIP Pass just to grab a little bit more of the resources. Vitality Band can go down to the benched one. And I'm actually thinking about maybe also using that Boss's Orders, but let's just go with the Fusion Strike system for now, and let's see what we can find here. I don't need any card expect. I don't need actually any card expect the Mew VMAX, which I can draw probably next turn anyways. I'm just thinking about maybe is it worth to play Boss's Order to his Genesect this turn right now, and I think it is. Maybe he won't be able to retreat, who knows, we shall see. Okay, so energy mix as well, and I will go with the Psychic Energy attachment onto my Mew V on the bench. So that's it for now. As you can see, I ended up my turn with 2 energies in play, and my opponent also have that Mew VMAX. And what's interesting about Mew VMAX as well is the fact that it have weakness of the darkness. So it's weak on the dark type Pokemon instead of the Psychic, which kind of surprised me because the original Mew was weak, Mewtwo was weak on the Psychic, Mewtwo Tag Team for example, but in the past also Mew always had weakness in the Psychic Pokemons instead of the darkness. They actually decided to change that later on. And from what I can see, surprisingly, it's my turn. So, we can throw another Boss's Order and catch our opponent Mew on the bench. Let's go with the Fusion Strike Energy. Additionally, I can also use my Power Tablet as well as 1 copy of that Quick Ball, so I can grab myself another Genesect. Let's go with the first Fusion Strike system, see what we can get. Old Cemetery for sure, because I want to get rid of some of the cards from my hand. Mew VMAX came into play. And for now, I can choose my Genesect Twin hit for 240 for now. But let's see if I can increase that damage a little bit more. 240, 270, 300. So in theory, I can hit for like 300. Is it worth for me to hit for like 300? Actually, yeah, give me that. In my opinion, it's not. In my opinion, it's not. So I'm just gonna go with. I'm just gonna go with the Cross Fusion Strike anyways, and we'll use Technoblast. I know that next turn I cannot attack, but I can always switch to another Mew V and eventually evolve into Mew VMAX, so it really doesn't matter too much for me anyways. So far so good, I'm not gonna complain. I successfully managed to set up here. I have 3 Genesects in play. Also, I'm winning the Stadium War so far. My opponent also preparing that Deoxy that have that powerful Photon boost attack as well. So there is one Mew V as well, and Cross Fusion Strike. He will hit me as well. So, choose up to 2 Fusion Strike Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a Fusion Strike energy card and attach it to them. Shuffle your deck. Let me first go with this card for now. How many Fusion Strike energies I have? 2 left. That's perfect. So, Elesa Sparkle, and I'm gonna choose these 2 bad boys. There we go. Then I'm gonna throw a switch. And then I will hit for 130 damage. But before I do that, I completely forget that I can also draw some extra cards as well. Crystal Cave. Not gonna use it. Not gonna use any of these cards for now. Let's go with the Max Miracle. So 130 should be enough for the knockout. And it is. So that's enough for the knockout. I'm taking 3 prize cards. There's another Boss's Orders, Fusion Strike Energy, as well as the Fog Crystal. So very powerful deck, that's for sure. I mean, I really like it. No doubt about it. So there's the Fusion Strike Choreo with the Lessening Zeal, which says all of your Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 damage less from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. And also you can put 5 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. So there is another Mew VMAX on the other side of the field. So what's good about even without so basically, yeah, my opponent passes the turn. Okay, that's good, which means that I can throw the Boss's Order, catch his Mew VMAX, and for the moment he might thought that I might not be able to have 4 Boss's Order in my hand. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna go quickly through my deck and basically burn all of the cards that I might not gonna need. Additionally attach energy as well, and let's see if we can find another Mew VMAX. Yes, we can. There we go. So that's more than enough, and I will use my Technoblast, which means I will hit for 210 minus 30, actually minus 20. So I also had that Vitality Band, so 220 minus 20, 200. So 200, meaning the next turn I can just, in case if my opponent retreats, which is potentially possible because he have a retreat, but yeah, probably he won't do that anyways. But the game is over. I mean, as you can see right here, right now, I don't know how he can actually win. Maybe if he can somehow power up these Latias, so he can use that barrier for 70 and then prevent me from dealing damage. Technoblast, and that's the GG. So the only thing that I need to do is just retreat onto the another Mew and strike with another Mew. I also have that Power Tablet as well. So I can just use my Max Miracle, which is not affected by any of my opponent effects anyways, and to grab the last 3 prize cards in the game. So yeah, I mean, I guess we don't need to spend too much time talking about Mew VMAX and how broken this deck is. I mean, every deck is, I mean, okay, we're not gonna say it's broken, it's good, definitely. Every deck, every new deck in the newly released formats and sets, there's always at least one new deck that's probably better than other ones. But this one is actually pretty damn good. You can hit heavy, as long as you can avoid Petty to pick, you don't need to worry. You have energy acceleration in that Elesa Sparkle. You also have that Mew, which can accelerate energies by himself, and that Genesect can just constantly drop you cards, so you don't need to worry about not having the supporters, and you don't even need to worry about playing supporters for the draw because you have Genesect and you can draw cards with the Genesect. So Genesect is a very broken card. Once during your turn, you might draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So overall, very, very good card. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below also what you think about this deck. Stay tuned for more videos because I will definitely upload more of the future deck lists as well. So thanks for your time. We'll see you next time.